It took some time, but we're back on the salmon train, which is an expression that no one has ever used before because I just invented it. It's also a bad expression. You should not use it. It leads to a lot of questions like, why are the salmon on a train? Are they anthropomorphic salmon driving the train? Are they just being eaten while on a train? Why is a train involved? What does it have to do anything with salmon? Hello and welcome to Wednesday. When I say back on the salmon train, I mean we're eating salmon again. Salmon's just about cooked in there, thawed overnight, so we could have it for lunch today. And it's been a while since we had salmon. We eat a lot of fish. We eat a lot of chicken and fish. Occasionally we'll eat beef. Very rarely we'll eat pork. But we normally eat tilapia. And the reason is it's good. It's cheap. It's kind of a, I hate to call it a boring fish. It's a little boring fish, but it becomes so many different things once you decide to, plate with it, put something on it. And it's been a while since we had salmon because, Mal, you got burnt out on salmon.
Yep.
For whatever reason. Speaking of salmon, can you come test this salmon?
Yes.
While I'm walking around talking to a camera. Yeah, Mal got burnt out on salmon. I love salmon. And I would have been fine to have continued to purchase salmon, but Mal got into a salmon rut or something, so we decided to stop. But the other day we were at the store and she said, I think I'm going to try salmon again. I was like, fine by me, I like salmon, so that's what we decided to do. I hope that you like it. I hope that you go back to enjoying it. It's very good for you. The only downside to salmon is that it's a bit more expensive than tilapia and a lot of other fish, but you're not having it all the time, so it should be okay. And it's still cheaper buying it frozen, which is what we do, than buying it, fresh from the store. Although I kind of wonder how much more it is to buy salmon fresh.
I'm not sure.
At least if you did that, it would be like, we are going to go home and make salmon tonight. I see you found a friend.
It's Burn.
Hey, buddy. Huh? You happy to get picked up and carried around? Who's a good boy? Is the salmon ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we turn it off?
Yes.
So it doesn't burn? Despite being prepared the same, Mao and I put different things on our salmon. Mao is rocking Saison Completa, which is a spice that you only started using a few months ago and you really like, to the point where I don't want to say I'm sick of it, because it's good, but we used it a lot. I just got salt and pepper because I really like the taste of salmon, and I want to taste the salmon. It's good. You can get pretty good salmon frozen from Costco. I mean, it would be nice to have fresh salmon occasionally, and the only time I think we've ever done that was 2 months or so ago whenever we bought it to cook on the grill when my mom was here. Was that salmon? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was salmon. And we did pretty good with that. Speaking of, we should probably use the grill even more, because it's been a bit.
Ribs.
Ribs?
Yeah.
I
hear Costco has good ribs.
That would be good, yeah. No, boys. One of the things that we don't talk about a whole lot, at least not often enough, is the fact that the boys have really mellowed out. And it's been helpful for work purposes, since now, more than ever, with both myself and Mao at home working, the boys, for the most part, keep quiet. They spend a lot of time napping, washing, I would say each other, but that really only works one way. I don't know if I've ever said that, but Kepler washes Sagan. Sagan doesn't wash Kepler. But washing themselves, they wash themselves. For the most part, they're really good. We give them dry food every once in a while to placate them, but they've just really relaxed. But it's something I realized I haven't really mentioned in a while. And when they were kittens, they were crazy. And it was really hard to get work done, but as they've gotten older, they've really mellowed out. And they spend a lot of time sleeping together on that futon, because Mal will be working in the studio, and sometimes she'll have the door open, sometimes she'll have it closed. But regardless, they normally just sleep in there with me. Sometimes they'll get up and move around a little bit, but for the most part, they just chill. And then usually what happens is at some point in the later part of the evening, like around after dinner, that's when they'll be like, hey, let's run around, let's do some of this crazy stuff. And then also when we go to bed, because they like to get their crazies out right before bed. Anyway, today has been good. Today's been all right. I ran into my... That looks good. Ran into my problem with priorities again, because I spent a good portion of the day recording Uncharted stuff, and then it's time for dinner, and Mal's like, so did you get everything done you needed to get done? I'm like, well, I actually haven't recorded Morning Mario. She's like, is that for tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, why?
You can't blame me for a schedule getting messed up when you do that.
I know. I'm just so bad at it because I really wanted to. I was on a roll, and I was also having a good time because Uncharted is very fun, and I had to do Mario. So I'm gonna eat dinner and then do.
You're gonna do Mario. You're not gonna finish Uncharted.
A little Mario, not like a week's worth probably. Maybe just 2 days worth to finish out the week. And then I'll be good. Normally I record in weeks, but during my last recording session, I stopped in the middle of the week because I think I was constrained for time during the recording. It was all like in preparation for Nicole coming, so I don't remember what happened, but I had to stop short a little bit, but that's all right. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching.
And let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Taking over your job.